What is goody, my guys?
Just kidding. Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, Procone9, or in this case, Akira Kujo. I might not be your boy yet, but hopefully I will be your boy after this video. So, so recently I hit Reaper in like the first 3 weeks. Wow, not Reaper. What am I saying? I hit Crystal with Reaper in the first 3 weeks of the new PvP being out, and I've been looking on YouTube lately, trying to see if there's any like other guides to see if I can improve, like trying to climb to like top 100. Do that occasionally on Twitch, by the way. You should come and hang out. But yeah, I've been trying to see if there's any guides for Reaper, and I didn't really see any. I see them for like all the other classes, but you never really see them for Reaper. So I decided to take it upon myself to teach you how to play Reaper, because Reaper is not a bad class in my opinion. It's just kind of difficult to use, but it has a lot of usefulness if you play it kind of like a support hybrid DPS. So this is what I'm going to get into today. I'm going to teach you skill teardown, and then we're going to go over some gameplay at the end on some casual matches. And later on I will probably upload a video of like some actual like crystal conflict at some point with some crystal matches. So without further ado, let's get into the skill teardown. So before we get into the skill teardown, I want to talk about my HUD layout, like my hotbar. So as you can see, the left one is a 4x3, contains all of my, actions like attacking. And on the right side, I have all my defensive and basically healing and my sprint, as well as like some chat stuff like for my team, like hello and whatnot. So you can see I have it in the structure. So I have Infernal Slice combo, Soul Slice, Hell's Ingress, Grim Swathe. I also have Death Warrant, Plentiful Harvest, and my LB. And then on the right side you see I have Arcane Crest, Guard, Sprint, Potion, Medkit, Recuperate, and Purify. And that's just me showing you like where I tend to put my skills. So let's go ahead and get into the attacks. So we're gonna start off with Infernal Slice combo. It's your bread and butter, standard three attacks. Something you use pretty much during your downtime when your skills are being recharged. So, I'm just going to show it again a little bit faster. I kind of like just waited. You basically just use this basically when you're just trying to do a little bit of damage and whatnot. Then there's Soul Slice. When you use this, you gain stacks of Immortal Sacrifice. You basically use Immortal Sacrifice stacks to make your Plentiful Harvest a lot stronger, which I am showing you right now where it is. I'm going to build up a little bit more of my Immortal Slice. The cooldown isn't terribly long. I think it's like 20 seconds. So, every 20 seconds you should be trying to like at least get a stack in. You usually get these stacks from, KOs, your teammates getting KOs and whatnot. That's Grim Swathe. If you use it, it'll cause Heavy, which slows down your enemy, and it also changes your Infernal Slice combo to have Gallows equipped, and you get 2 hits with the Gallows. So you see this one, the first one, and then the second one, and it makes it a lot more damage than it usually is, and that's just me getting a little bit more stacks for Immortal Sacrifice. And Death Warrant kind of works similar to Death Design, so you do more damage when someone has that effect, and it grants you Soul Sow. So if you don't do it any damage in time there, it won't proc like the second part of it. So I'm gonna show it again real quick. The Death Warrant goes out. I use the Infernal Slice combo just to do some damage, and as you can see right here, Death Warrant will proc. I recommend using that when people are trying to get away trying to pot up, it'll cause some damage and it'll stop them from healing. Alright, next is Plentiful Harvest, and what Plentiful Harvest does, it gives you a buff that fills your limit gauge a little bit faster than normal. I usually, whenever I play comp and I see another Reaper, I'll see them proccing that immediately just to get their LB up faster, and I before this video I actually wondered like how they got their LB so fast. So I'm gonna go with LB next. It causes Hysteria, which can actually get people out of their guards, which is super useful if you're like on cloud 9 and someone's like, oh, I'm just gonna guard, I'm gonna, you know, escape this this part, and it's a little bit of slowdown, sorry. They think they can really like escape and hide in their shield, so you just pop that, they're trying to run away, then they get swept up in the air. I didn't show one part, which is you press the LB again to end it. It uses Communion, like kind of like normal. And I didn't go over the Limmer Slice and the Infernal Slice combo. Infernal Slice just kind of works the same as like Grim Reaping and whatnot. And then Limmer Slice is just like a bind effect. So this is just me going through like a regular rotation. You might see like just trying to spam all your stuff as fast as you can, and then LB, there goes me doing Void Reaping, and then I use Limmer Slice to hold them in one spot. Before I use Communion, you saw I used Death Warrant, and then, you know, just kind of went ham because it does a little bit more damage. And next I will get to the mobility aspect. So Sprint now is basically unlimited. It just makes you move faster, it lets you traverse faster, get away from people, or go into fights faster. So basically you can run infinitely until you cast a skill. As you see, I just used Death Warrant and it went down. And then next I will show you Arcane Crest. And funny enough, this is like your defensive buff, but I read this and apparently damage dealt is increased, so you can also use that kind of like a offensive buff as well. So if you are like fighting someone, you pop that and then you just go in and then you just start wailing. Cooldown is relatively short, I believe it's like 20-ish seconds. I'm not sure, I'll have to like look again in the video because I'm pretty sure I like pop it again one more time with guard. Hell's Ingress is very useful when you're trying to get out of situations or like go into situations. A lot of times I will use Hell's Ingress to like test the waters. Like on Cloud 9, I'll teleport in to the fight, guard up, and then like see what the enemy is doing. If they're all attacking me, it gives my teammates a chance to like go in too. That's me using guard, just showing it off. And then I believe I pop Arcane Crest as well. Guard is like a 30-second cooldown, and then Crest of Time Borrowed is like 20 seconds. But yeah, I usually just pop it and then go in. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get to the gameplay portion so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright, so before I get into the gameplay, I want to make a quick, brief like disclaimer. I am working on limited hardware, so sometimes you will see the game slow down quite a bit. I can't really do anything about it until I upgrade. Hopefully that'll be in July this year, 2022. So let's just talk about, you know, the pre-round. Basically what I usually do here is I like to at least establish like some form of like comms with the team, so I usually just say hello. It's just common courtesy, just say hello to your teammates before the match starts. So I usually do that every time. And I always make sure to enable sprint, because once you lose this sprint right here, which is swift sprint, you will just be at your regular like running speed. So I have sprint on as well, just to help that a little bit, and you can see that sprint went off. I usually open up with Death Warrant and then Soul Slow, just because it helps a little bit. and you see that it just went off. Make sure that you are keeping a tab on like your MP, because when you use your heals, your MP is going down. You see right there, I used Grim Swathe to slow down the enemy, and it helped my teammate get the kill right there, the Sage. And then pretty much, I spent a lot of the time like in the crystal, or at least like trying to like lure people away. And you see right here, I'm trying to work on just like getting slices and everything. And you see, every time it's up, I'm popping Arcane Crests, especially if I'm like trying to get out of there. See, I just use Plentiful Harvest, help my teammate get the kill once again. And you really want to deny people when they are going for like the medkits on the ground. That's me using my LB that got him right out of his guard. You know he is molding. And I'm just going through the rotation, just trying to get the enemies a little bit lower, so they'll back up, try to heal, and we can progress with the crystal. And I think this is me getting a little bit greedy here. Popping Arcane Crest and trying to get out of there with House Ingress. You know, just trying to, you know, get the enemies down low enough so at least my teammates can get them or I can get them. And I think around here, I got sniped. I think it's my only death for this match. But yeah, I got sniped right there. You want to try and just make sure your health is high enough. Usually ranged players will try and pick you off. A lot of people will try and get gang up on Reaper just because like your LB is pretty strong. In the sense that it'll like get people out of their guards and whatnot. So if they're trying to guard or like trying to like just delay you from pushing the crystal, they'll be doing that. Make sure you use of the things such as like the little elevator, whatnot, conveyor belt thing, something like that. Yeah, and you can see I'm just going in. You can see the soul slices stacking up right next to my name, or if you can see it right underneath the Astra part. Using my LB trying to get them to back off. I didn't bind him here. I think I misclicked. But yeah. You can see when I'm getting like super low, I guard, I try to get out of there. I'm like halfway dead here. And what I was trying to say earlier was wildfire. I think I get out of here pretty okay. Yeah, I get out of there pretty okay. And I use Hell's Ingress to get out of that. And look who followed me. The ninja. Yeah. It feels pretty good to like lure people away from the objective. You can see Death Warrant going off there. But luring people off the objective, clearing objective with like your LB, using bind to like keep people from actually like going back immediately. They'll have to waste like a purify or something. But usually what I do is I LB on the crystal if a lot of people are on there. Just trying to get them off, and so we can progress a little bit more. And if they're low, we can just like go ahead and like just take them out, send them back to spawn. You see I'm making use of the conveyor belt system on this map. Make sure you use your surroundings to your advantage, especially the fact that you have that Hell's Ingress. And yeah, I think we eventually just come out on top on this because they can't really do anything against all the stuff we're doing. Just use my LB again. You get your LB relatively quickly with Reaper. But you see, I got this enemy like running, and I let my team pretty much push because everybody was off, and he was trying to run to heal and get away from me. And then we'll go to the next match, which should be instantly like that. Alright, so we're in the next match. You can see that there is a Reaper on the other team, and usually what happens when there's another Reaper on the other team, you kinda go feral. You kinda go feral, like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's like a competitive match between like one Reaper and another Reaper. Every time like you see one, it's like, oh, I can't be outdone by this Reaper. I gotta go ham. And that's pretty much how I felt this match. I don't know what it is. Every time I see a Reaper, even if it's in casual, which is what I'm using for footage, people go feral when they see like a kind of like a mirror match. You can see they're trying to like, you know, trying to cast Deathborn on one of us, you know. And this time around, I kind of make use of the conveyor belt system and trying to like just get in the spawn, try to mess with their Sage, you know, get his health down, make him use some MP so he has to retreat and pot up. Their Reaper just died a second ago. It wasn't from me, but you know, just saw that, want to point that out. Yeah. Even if it's not in the active game, still feral. Still gotta go ham on the other Reaper. But yeah, just trying to get them out of off the point. My LB is coming up pretty soon, because like I said before, you get it pretty fast. Make sure that you are using your arcane crest as much as possible. I forgot to pop mine right here. And I think I get the kill with this too. Yeah, I got the kill right there too. And then it's just me and the other Reaper. And I am trying to go ham, but yeah, they use their arcane crest, so it's pretty much me trying to break that and fight the other one as well. Yeah, using my Grim Swathe like usual, just trying to slow them down so they can't really run. You know, just making sure I make use of like my whole kit. You know, whether that be using Hell's Ingress just to use a little bit more mobility. You can also retreat with it. I don't have any footage of me using it here, but sometimes on certain maps like Cloud9, I'll teleport in and use my guard and then teleport back. Sometimes people get so distracted on me that they can't really do anything, and it eventually gets them killed. This is some of the slowdown I'm talking about before. Really trying to fix that soon with a PC. But yeah. Here, I kind of just try and hold the position for my team for like a few seconds. Just because, you know, everybody just died. And it's typically, in ranked, you kind of just want to like back off most of the time. Because the other team will get super aggressive and target you, and you will, as soon as you come out the guard, you probably won't be able to use your Hell's Ingress, just because people will stun you, like chain stun you. It happens. So just try to be mindful in ranked. If you see like most of your team dead, and it's kind of far for them from you know, getting their health up or getting back on the field, you gotta want to just, you know, get out of there, retreat. You can see here I kind of stalled them for a bit, and then I used my my Plentiful Harvest. I think it was around 8 stacks or something. It was a pretty high number because I have not died yet, and my team is going ham. You can see that it did help when it's higher because it is an AoE. Does affect people around it, so everybody was pretty low from that. And yeah, you want to make sure you're just using your whole kit. You don't want to like, you kind of want to make sure like you're using everything. If you want to really go ham with your, say, with your LB, you might want to save your Soul Slow, your Death Warrant, and that'll probably help the most. I'm pretty sure that Grim Swathe is not on the same cooldown with Lemur Slice, so you can probably use that as well, just to slow him down before. And then you see I just picked up the double for the 5k. And one thing I want to mention is that was using tab there, so I couldn't really target them because I could see them. I could see their number, but I couldn't see them. And then that's just me clearing the point again. You see how it like pretty much just let us, walk right in. And yeah, you just want to make sure that you're using the whole kit. You want to make sure you're using your LB to clear sight. You want to make sure you're using your Plentiful Harvest, your Death Warrant, your Grim Swathe. You want to make sure you're using everything. Make sure that some of the stuff that's on cooldown, you want to make sure like you're using it when you get it. So yeah, hopefully that helps. So that pretty much does it for the guide. I just want to say that I am very grateful that you guys decided to watch the video. If you stuck around this long, it means the world to me. I hope that you guys really benefited from the skill teardown and the match breakdown. I know I did because I had to, look through all the skills and all like the buffs, the debuffs that the class gets. And I actually learned that Plentiful Harvest actually increases how fast your limit break goes, and if you've played Reaper before, or at least tried it a little bit, your LB is pretty fast. You get it relatively quickly around the time like when the crystal first starts to move, maybe. And I feel like that would be exponentially faster when you use Plentiful Harvest. And I also saw that Arcane Crest gives you a little bit of a damage buff. I didn't even know that. I kind of just pop it for defensive. And I see, whenever I get hit by someone, I just see the 0 pop up, and I'm like, yes, it's doing its job. I can get out of here. So that's pretty much what I use it for, but now I know I can use it for a little bit more damage. I might try stacking that with Death Warrant, which is kind of like Death's design. And I'll really try and work that in, especially if I'm going ham with like the LB. I'm gonna work that in, see how much more damage it'll output. And before I go any further, I want to do a little bit of disclaimer. My hotbar is made pretty much specifically for me. The way I play is I click on the icons pretty much. I know there's a small percentage. I guess I feel like it's a small percentage. I know most people, in my static at least, they all switch to like keyboard. I'm the only one still clicking in raids and whatnot, so it's just pretty much do whatever you're comfortable with. Make it in an order that like you're gonna get your best performance that you can possibly get. This is just what works for me. Sometimes I may like click in a small space that'll deselect me from an enemy and I'll have to reselect them, but it's just the way I play. I'll probably try and adapt to a different playstyle a little bit later, or just like get in the lab for the next season to see if I can actually really make that top 100 push and get like a really high placement this time, because it's really hard to try and get in the top 100 for the data center. And I want to also mention that not every strat that I have mentioned works. You have to kind of come up with a strat on the spot. Mine is just usually like an opener, like kind of like, I like to call it an icebreaker. Like you break the tension, get the ball rolling for like attacks and whatnot. So if you're playing Cloud9, for example, and you're teleporting in, your team sometimes pretty much just follows you, but you're making that opening move, so you want to make sure that you don't die immediately, because that kind of just has a snowball effect. Once one member is down, that's a 5-on-4, so that's pretty difficult to deal with, and you'll already be at a disadvantage in the game. And just basically adapt to what helps your team and also helps yourself, and make sure you're enjoying yourself as well. And lastly, if you guys enjoyed this video, you want to see more content from me, there's one way that you can support me. If you really want to get in touch with your Reaper side, I have a clothing brand with my homie Vossel called Void Clothing. You can really feel like you're getting in touch with your with the void, so to speak, because Reaper, Void, Scent, you get it? Yeah. But yeah, it would really mean a lot to me. this is our first drop. I'll have the footage in the video right about now. Basically, this is limited time. Once it's gone for good. But since you guys are supporting me in the guide, if you've gotten this far, I will be dropping a link somewhere in the video to the shirts. If it's archived by the time that you see this, you guys can just click the link and it will take you to the archive stuff and you can still order it, because it means the world to me that you guys are still, you know, sitting through the content, even though, like, you know, the guide's pretty much done and it's just listening to me talk. It means a lot to me. All the proceeds go back to content creation, like such as, you know, as I mentioned earlier in the video, in July I'm going to be trying to build a PC. I'm going with a 3050 GPU. Any proceeds from this might be able to make me like upgrade from a 3050 to like a 3060, so on and so forth. It'll make everything a lot better. I'll be able to make more content. I do a little bit of gacha too. So some of it might fun it, but I won't use a lot of it just because I know how gacha is. It's pretty much RNG, so I'll probably use my own funds for that. But it means the world to me if you guys at least check it out, share it with your friends. And that pretty much does it for the guide. If you want to see more content like this, just hit that subscribe, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord. I'll even put the Discord in the description below, and I'll probably put a link to it in the video right around now. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys actually taking the time to watch my guide. It's my first time doing anything editing wise, so please let me know in the comments, you know, what can I improve on? Did you like certain parts? Do you think I should take out certain parts? And just let me know how my overall editing could be a lot better, and if I should, you know, do anything else that will help you have a more enjoyable experience and also help convey the information better. It would mean a lot to me. So I thank you, and I hope that I will see some more fellow Reapers in Crystalline Conflict. Hopefully this really helped you. It helped me, and it was really fun for me to make. It's truly one of my favorite classes that's ever come out in the game, and I really feel like I want to at least show people that Reaper isn't a bad class that it seems to be. I don't see a lot of Reapers, so I really hope this guide brings somewhat of an influx of Reapers into PvP. And yeah, thanks for watching. It really means a lot to me, and please, I will see you guys next time. Please leave some comments, let me know how you guys like the video.